Awesome. So, welcome to the MI podcast. And today we have a very interesting topic on the use of AI in advertising. And we have a special guest who is joining up, who knows a lot about this and has worked, quite a bit in advertising for the brands that he has worked on. So, I welcome Ashish. Thanks a lot for joining me.
Thanks, Nikhil. Good afternoon, everybody. So, this is Ashish Bhanushali, a digital marketing expert working in the digital marketing and especially paid performance domain since 5 plus years. So, I have experience of working with brands like Paytm, Wavecove. I've helped Paytm in app install campaigns when they were just starting off. Then Wavecove, then international schools like Global International, Singapore School, along with working with these big brands. I've also had the experience of setting up startup brands. Like one is Creatrix, which is into gate classes, followed by Zoduko in the luxury space. So Zoduko is into cards. And come today, the situation is that I am working with a brand in the Ajanta family called Style Junkie, heading the digital domain there along with my team.
That's right.
Yes, that's
So,
pretty much it.
Ashish, but in your current profile, like you can just take us through, like in terms of the major activity that you do for your particular brand.
So currently, I handle the digital spends there, along with all the website work, etc. Whatever comes into the digital domain, it also involves having the email marketing campaigns set up, getting scheduled, the SMS campaigns, the WhatsApp campaigns. Because in today's world, marketing is a 360-degree phenomena. Like if you
That's
do
right.
one thing good and then you don't follow up with your customers, you don't send them reminders, etc., then all the efforts you have taken in getting to acquire that customer are going to waste, and in the end you are not able going to sustain, because
That's right.
your costs will keep increasing.
Awesome. So, I think we'll dive into this discussion on the
Sure.
use of AI in basically like the digital sphere now, and how you can like use it to optimize your particular advertising
Campaigns.
efforts. So awesome. So I think first thing we'll cover is about the audience. Like how do you kind of with your marketing in terms of that, how do you kind of identify the right audience and then target them?
Okay. So whenever you run a campaign, be it any brand, be it a small brand, be it a high ticket value brand, getting the audience right is a very important thing. Otherwise, if your product is right, your targeting is not right, then in the end, the campaign is not going to get you the desired results, right? So come to today's world, there are major tools which we use, which are your Facebook, your Instagram, your Meta, your Google, your TikTok. All are moving to this AI driven world, wherein they themselves are setting up audiences using the pixel, the learning, the data they accumulate. So Facebook has this pixel which it accumulates data using the pixel, and thus it helps you find out the target audience, wherein you get lookalike audiences. To just summarize the lookalike audiences a bit, it comes to those audiences who have come to your website, and Face and Meta on its own targets those and shows your ads which are most likely to convert at a higher rate as compared to your custom targeting.
That's right. So Ashish, like in terms of personalization at the moment, what are we seeing? What are the new things that are we covered? How more granular can we get in terms of with AI in advertising and personalization?
Personalization is a very important aspect when you come to see, Nikhil, in terms of advertising, because everybody has their own likelihood. What I like and what I see as an ad and what converts me might not convert you. For example, let's take an example of a cricket bat trying to sell its bat, right?
Hmm.
So I am more of a person that I'll just use Sehwag's bat, wherein you want the stroke of the bat to be more important. So in
Hmm.
today's world, brands can actually target you based on and hit you hard where they want. You understand? So basically, to me, the headline will come as "Get Sevak's bat at this price," and that works for
Hmm.
me. Wherein it will come to you as the best stroke of the bat will give you the
Hmm.
best innings. You're getting my
Hmm.
point. So
Basically, you are
it's all dynamic.
targeting
Yeah,
the Sehwag's fans basically. In there
yeah,
is kind of a segment you created because of the content they are seeing online about Sehwag. They maybe
yeah.
follow his social media channels. So accordingly, then you can be this specific.
So today, dynamic marketing, dynamic remarketing is all dynamic. So let's consider an example of a fashion brand I'm working with, as I told you, Style Junkie.
Hmm.
When it comes to that, so in dynamic, there are so many SKUs, right? Wherein the dresses are there, the jumpsuits are there, the tops are there, the bottoms are there, right? So in the dynamic remarketing and in dynamic marketing, what happens is, if particular woman is mostly gonna be converted by showing up top and a bottom, that
Hmm.
particular woman will be shown that style. When if someone who tends to purchase the dresses and jumpsuits more, that
Hmm.
particular category or that particular style will be shown to her. So it's all that special interest, making the person feel special, is what is going to go ahead and come next 2 3 years. This is only gonna be enhanced with more tailor-made messages, more custom messages, etc.
That's right. Ashish, so a little bit more into, can you tell us how you can segment some new things, some enhancements in how this is done? You can cover that.
Are you just talking about AI or
The
custom as well?
Yeah, in segmentation. So obviously use AI also maybe, but how like different kind of ways that you can segment your audience, like something new which people have not maybe heard of now, which is being done by the big brands.
Yeah, so these big brands all have this customer persona ready with them, right? Wherein they try to target the age group. So
Hmm.
major brands just do the audience segmentation based on the following criteria, which is your purchase income. Because even though if you are able to target the person, but if he's not able to afford it, then it's
Hmm.
all money gone down the drain, right? Because you're not gonna get the purchases, you're not gonna get the leads,
Hmm.
etc.
And
So
how do they identify this particular is a very interesting thing about the
yeah.
income base. How is they identifying that?
So all the major advertising platforms, be it Meta, be it Google, all have this again AI driven targeting option available, wherein when you are doing a campaign, when you are testing out the campaign audience, you have the option wherein you can target the top 70% income drivers of the country, top 50%, top 40%, top 15%, based on what your ticket price is. So if you are
Hmm.
suppose selling an educational course which is say 1 to 2k per course, then you are more likely to go to 50% because anybody can afford it. But if you are
Hmm.
running a campaign, if you are running an ad for a jewelry brand, it's gonna be
Hmm.
the top 15% because not everybody is going to go afford and also go and buy the jewelry online, right?
Hmm.
So this
That's
particular segmentation worked really well for one of the brands I was working with called Autara. They were into artificial jewelry, having a product price in the range of 35 to 45k. So
hmm.
you had to target the top 5%, not even top 15%. And the
That's right.
ROS we got from that particular campaign was 5.5, which is very high. The average industry standard comes to 2.53. So you can get the results.
That's right. That's right. Um, you'd like to cover something in consumer behavior, how AI is being used today in predicting in terms of how your consumer is going to basically react to different things, right? So how do you kind of lay that down in terms of in your strategy?
So, Nikhil, the predictive analysis is the second part. The first part is getting the data right, right? Because
That's right.
when it comes to AI, all the predictions are thoroughly and thoroughly only on data. If you don't have data, then your tool cannot just predict anything, right?
That's
And
right.
these algorithms, which are there for specific tools like Meta, Google, etc., they have large data points, large data sets to analyze data. They do the analysis like real time. who is
Mm-hmm.
coming, who is clicking on the ad, who is just clicking on the ad and not going to the landing page, who is going one step further, going to the landing page but not converting. So
Mm-hmm.
they have the data, right? Of course, after the iOS 14.5 tracking, only those devices which are below that particular segment can be tracked, but that is also a significant chunk. So this data, they just keep analyzing day on day, on a day on day basis, and based on that, when you are doing your campaign, you actually, when you run a campaign, you always get an estimated number of conversions or purchases. Like for example, a brand called Cotton Cottage, they are into traditional Indian clothing selling online. If I have to run a campaign on Google, which is a PMAX campaign, which is more of shopping search, combination of shopping search, so you don't miss out on the customer, you can target him all throughout. You actually, before starting the campaign, based on your targeting, you get the number of estimated purchases you are looking at. So you get an idea, for a spend of 1,000 rupees, I'm gonna get 15 to 25 purchases. So that is
Mm-hmm.
all based on the predictive behavior, predictive analysis. Yeah, that's it. And then the
That's right.
advertising strategies come into the picture.
That's right. That's right. Um, it's very interesting where in terms of marketing we are associated a lot of creative people in design and even music, various other aspects that are there. How do you think with AI it will kind of affect them? We are seeing AI art being created directly by typing something just within
Mid journey. Yeah.
like a chat. Yeah, Mid Journey is a great example of that. How do you think now the creative professional, even writers, would come into that, content writers, and also how will it kind of affect them, and how do they, like, in a positive sense, like how do they kind of use it to enhance their work and kind of get better in terms of their portfolio as well as the customers that they work for?
So yeah, with the advent of so many AI tools, Mid Journey being one, wherein you
That.
can do a design, right? But I only feel that these AI tools are here to support us, make our work faster, put in more brains and more minds in the creative aspect rather than the execution, because you have someone who is going to do the execution for you. So be it a
Mhm.
content writer or be it a graphic designer, it's only going to give you more options to work and to work with your company. So in that particular span of time, if you are going to give two options to the person, you are in a much better position. You can give five options and get a much better result and get much better money out of it. Same goes
Mhm.
with content writer. You have the keywords, you have everything, you can work on more options, and it's only gonna enhance your work. So we should
That's
always
right.
look at
But
AI as
for
a
the specific creative professional, how do they enhance? See, for marketer, obviously, even without the professional, now you can get an output. Say, I want to make 4, 5 thumbnails, or I want to write 5 articles. I
yeah.
can do that even without them. But how do you think they come in where actually we are concerned about the output? It's not just writing that article or making that design. It is what is the output. So how do they kind of their role kind of changes in enhancing our output?
So what? I did not understand this question. Can you cut it off?
Yeah, so basically I'm saying ki I'll get, so I suppose I want to write 5 articles, I want to make 5 thumbnails, I will get that. But where does the professional come in, the creative professional, where I'm getting that output? Now where, how does he come in, that it will in the process there is some value what he is providing to the output that I'm getting?
With better research, better usage of keywords, trying out different tones of the way the content is being driven by the AI tool, and rewriting the content to make it more SEO friendly. These are a few ways he or she can only go ahead and enhance the content in terms of marketing efforts.
That's it. That's it. My basically, when I done a bit of an analysis of this, mine was that the creative professional now has to be sensitive towards the business output also of the thing. So if you are writing a particular article, you can obviously refer to various tools like ChatGPT. They will give you a certain output points. But how do you kind of enhance that for the result that they're looking at, an SEO optimized article or something where people will show some interest towards it and consume it, because at the end of the day you want through the articles the traffic coming. And the
Yeah,
same thing, like say you're a designer, you're making the thumbnail, so you have to design it optimize in a way that you get more clicks, right, end of the day. So that way kind of have a lot of options in front of me, a lot of like a mood board and all, and then you look at which is the best, because earlier maybe it took long time in creating the mood board or doing research and making points, like
yeah,
if you're into writing and all. So now it's quite fast. So quality and quantity can both be enhanced if
optimize
AI is
further.
used properly. Yes, yes. With that, awesome. So we'll go back to that about advertising only and AI
Sure.
within it. So within that, I wanted to know like how you can say ad placement and media selection, how this AI can be used to enhance the same.
Okay. So Nikhil, I believe you also keep scrolling on Instagram, keep
Yes, yes,
checking out Facebook, and you keep seeing these ads in different formats, different placements, right?
that's
Most
right.
of us see it in the Instagram stories and the reels, right? Because that is the content most of the people consume in today's world. Reels and
That's
stories
right.
are the go-to place, and also across industry, this has been noticed that these tend to give you the maximum purchases as well.
That's right.
So before like this structure or tool was not in place, you had to do this manual placements. So there was a lot of trial and testing as a brand for this particular campaign. Let's try out all placements. Uh, I think there are more than 485 overall placements available. If you see Google, if you see Facebook, feed, Instagram feed, stories, audience network. So audience network is basically, you might have had this strange feeling where you have checked a product and you did not end up purchasing, but then you saw that it just kept following you whatever you did. You opened an app, you will see the same ad. You
Hmm.
open a ticket booking website, you will see the same ad. So that
That's
all
right.
is dynamic. It comes in the audience network framework. So that involved a lot of testing, and then that involved also in reaching the substantial results in a longer time, wherein now today you have this advantage plus placement feature already available, which you can
Hmm.
just select, and then the meta algorithm will show that particular ad in that placement with the aim of converting at the lowest cost. So all
Hmm.
your trial testing, error testing, etc., is all gone now out of the place, and it's suggested that you use this advantage plus placement so that Meta knows the algorithm the best, right? Be it anybody who is working for a bigger brand, but Meta knows the algorithm, so they are the best bet when it comes to using that particular placement to try and convert the ad. Having said that, based on my expertise and knowledge and experience, Instagram stories and Instagram reels are the ones where you actually get a full enhanced view as well when it comes to the ratio. It captures
Hmm.
the whole screen rather than Facebook and other placements, and that is what is driving the maximum conversion for brands. So if someone who is working on these ads on his own, being a
Hmm.
startup or just a new entrant, to
Hmm.
start off, they can start with Instagram placements and stories, reels, etc.
That's right. But into the placements, like any kind of enhancements where, in terms of suggestions also, so you have a particular, say I'm selling a particular shoe, so it'll kind of suggest to me the already list of people, like say who are, say, trek enthusiasts in Pune or something like that. And it would then serve out those particular, already in the suggestions, it would come because it is kind of maybe
Yeah,
gone through your website, your e-commerce store, and then those suggestions are coming up also as per your budget, then which is more likely to kind of this thing. Say for example on YouTube there are certain channels which will be more expensive because they have more following or whatever, and then it'll suggest to you the, say, like say you're doing the shoe thing, it'll maybe some trekking influencer who has got certain amount of followers only, that would be most this thing to you in terms of suitable to you for your ad placements.
when you come to cost efficiency, also the type of format matters specifically for YouTube. So bumper ad which can be skippable in 4 minutes. Sorry, just cut this off in 4 seconds. Uh, in four seconds. Uh, let's cut this section off. I'll start
Okay,
the answer again.
sure. You
Does
can
that
go.
work?
Yeah, you can go.
Yes, Nikhil. When it comes to cost efficiency, it also kind of depends on the ad format. So there are various ad formats specifically for YouTube. So the bumper ads and the skippable ads, which can be skipped, and the customer or the potential buyer does not need to see the whole ad, will be a little bit cheaper as compared to the one which has to run through the whole cycle because there's no option to skip it. But those are
Hmm.
mostly very costly, and those are mostly taken up by the big brands. You might have noticed only the bigger brands who have the monies to invest in kind of run those ads.
That's right. Awesome. We obviously discussed about, and you had mentioned also how there's a lot of personalization. Even during discussions, like when I have with like normal people who are not into marketing per se, they say
Yeah.
that I have maybe mentioned something, and
Yes.
in terms of discussion, and I'm seeing a similar ad. So then I used to tell them I don't think it's something like this taken from your speaker, like from your mic or something. It's something maybe you might have searched for it, or you must have seen search something on YouTube or Googled it, or seen some some website or blog like that. But definitely that, in terms of it's getting really personalized, like you can, some people even call it creepy key, how much personalized is getting. So what is your take on it, and how you can kind of as marketers, what level you can take personalization, and which is kind of ethical way as well.
Yeah, so you are totally right. Like they are just going to keep creeping into your phone further and further. That's how it is gonna be. In fact, today we are into the personalization mode. Soon is gonna be hyper personalization. Now, what is hyper personalization? This thing which you just told that you have not spoken on the speaker, that system also is going to come in place, wherein you just can do some, you can just speak about it and you will see some ads related to it.
Hmm.
So so it's just that you just search about something, and then that particular brand who is working on it will just start showing across these ads to you, because that is
Hmm.
where your intent is and that is where it's more likely to convert, right? And all
That's
this
right.
is just based on that analysis part of the tool.
That's
And
right.
then the ads are tailored for you so that you go ahead and
That's it.
convert and matches your
Yeah,
preference.
like say sometimes you
Now
search
one,
also on Google or the YouTube. It's something like subconsciously, obviously say I am in the mode of going to, I want to buy a particular say trekking shoe. So that is going to come in what content I'm consuming, or by chance what searches I done and all. So it is like that. Honestly, I don't think, like if they say there are certain apps that without your permission and all, but that's a separate discussion. But in normally, like in an ethical way, what you're doing, that happens. That's why you feel, oh, it's that kind of advertising where it's able to track your intent and then give you a particular, it is what you want, because it's most likely you will want that thing and purchase. So that is good advertising actually.
yeah, yeah. Also, the competitors kind of hit on these searches by the customers. So,
Hmm.
just one example is that there was this IPL rivalry going on, right, between Hotstar and Geo. So, if you would like to install the Geo app, you would see the Hotstar ad running, right, and vice
That's it.
versa, because
Hmm.
they don't want their audience to miss out. Of course, it was Geo which won right hand because they were offering it for free, and in India, the masses, anything free works really well.
That's right. Awesome. So let's move to the discussion about the customer experience a little bit more. We obviously covered it where it should be personalized, but not like you're taking data which that you don't want to be taken. But how do you kind of ensure a great like a customer experience also, in terms of the whole say search process, and then him getting to through some advertising, or getting to the particular brand that he wants to purchase.
Yes, as you told, I've already touched upon this topic when I gave you an example. But
That's right.
to dwell more into this, it's all personalization. So today, everybody keeps using Google for all your searches, whatever you want. First thing you will do and try Google, right?
That's
So
right.
based on that, the algorithm is very smart to see what hits you. Are you doing a search with a discount keyword? Are you doing a search with a benefit keyword? And then accordingly, it will tailor the ad in terms of the messaging, the terms of the creative, the term of the format of the creative. Are you someone who will need a social proof, not just the quality? Then it will showcase a review of if the brand is running a review ad. Based on that, of course, the intent will be there, and then you're gonna go ahead and try and purchase it. And that's only going to enhance the user experience, because you are going to be feeling special, that you know what, are this I can relate so well. The brand has captured my sentiment or relativity factor so well. Like, I like this brand. I am going ahead and purchasing it, right?
That's right. Also, that's very important. Like within the whole experience, like we say, even entrepreneurs are taught that uh, to take through a journey of a customer experience, you should know like what will create a complete like an
Yeah,
ideal experience also for him. Like the same in marketing, it correlate to even like say the funnels that we have, like how we go through. How do you kind of identify that person from the, it's
bottom
like
line.
top of the funnel, then middle, and then bottom of the funnel. So it has to follow that process, because most of the time we kind of then focus on the bottom immediately, and then you put off. It's like a salesperson who is just intended to just, आप बोलते हैं ना वो बेचू है, वो मतलब से बेचना चाहता है मुझे. So it's like you get put off by that, right? Like that's why now even if you take terms, people in banks they call relationship manager. You don't call like sales. Terms are not used or in the
Yeah.
designations. So that is how like
It's all growth marketeers, growth development, etc. Growth is the new word.
yes, 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 growth hacker and
So
all.
you
That is
totally
in.
just
Yeah.
mentioned the right point, that only selling, 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 people are gonna get bored. The biggest example is email marketing. So you will
Hmm.
see that brands which kind of contribute to the community, which somewhere indirectly selling, are more likely to get lesser number of unsubscribers and more purchases, as someone who is just directly selling products week on week basis and just spamming the people are going
That's
to
it.
end up unsubscribing, and then your list of data subscribers is only going to decrease, with the open rates falling down substantially.
Awesome. So, Ashish, you want to cover any kind of applications in AI, anything innovative that we can see in near future, which is not now, but in immediate future, may this is thing is coming up.
Soon there are gonna be tools in the coming years wherein when it comes to the paid advertising space, it's gonna get only refined audiences, etc. And digital marketeers like me and many others in the industry are only going to be supported by these tools, wherein the initial part of testing, trial testing the audiences, etc., are only going to be supported by these tools. In
Hmm.
email marketing, even today there are tools where Nikhil, today if I send an email at 4 p.m. and I can schedule an email at a
Hmm.
particular time, but then all the customers or all the marketing list audience get that email at that particular time, right? But today there are tools in place. These email marketing tools provide an option wherein you can customize the receipt time. So I'll schedule it at 4 p.m., but you are
Hmm.
someone who just kind of looks at emails at 7 p.m., and
Hmm.
the algorithm has recognized it, so you will get it at 7 p.m., so you're more likely to go on the landing page and convert. So all this
Hmm.
is only helping marketers like me and take it further from there.
That's right. Okay, awesome. So, Ashish, then any specific, tools which use obviously leverage AI in advertising, which are coming up, which the marketers they can use and help in optimizing the campaigns.
Sure, Nikhil. So, for you and also for those who are looking to benefit from this AI tools and only help increase and optimize the performance of the campaigns better, there are so many tools available. I'll just be fragmenting it into different segments to make it easier for all the marketers out there. So, Lead enforces one when it comes to running your meta ads. Power Ad Spy, it helps you spy the ads of your competitors. Shop Again, which is totally dynamic email marketing, wherein it decides which customer needs to be sent the email when. Yes, these are a few I can name off.
That's right. That's right. And I think the tools that all marketers are anyway using, they have got. I would say in the last 6 months there have been major AI upgrades with
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
If you all notice it also, and the ones who are using these tools regularly, so that will anyway happen because if that Chat GTP came up, then Google Bard also came up, and Apple also
Yeah.
announced some kind of very AI tool, something within it. So that all is going to happen. It's something like, as a marketer you have to look key how your metrics are doing better. That is your all your concern. And then this thing, the tools, there are quite a lot there, and you can use, even the ones you're using are going to have. So keep kind of updating on that. There are a lot of good even content creators within marketing also, that they keep highlighting that what is new in the industry, what all tools, what are the enhancements made in it. So definitely that helps being marketers staying up to date with all this news. So, coming to being staying updated, obviously mentioned certain tools and some content creators. But as a process, want to know. Obviously, you work for a big brand, and there will be you have to know what is happening in the market in general, what the competitors are doing, and also can you like shed light on the process that you use in staying updated in these general things about the market, as well as tools to use, and how what kind of enhancements to do in your way of work in general.
So for this, Nikhil, the whole process in the paid marketing is kind of consistent, wherein first you need to streamline the aim. So there are aims. Are you looking to get leads for the business? Are you directly going to go ahead and get purchases for the business? Are you just currently targeting on traffic? So is it a direct approach where you are just directly asking people to convert, or is it a more funnel based approach wherein you are showing them content, you are showing them a video, and then if that particular person kind of shows interest in the video, that is, he consumes that video for more than 50%, so then of course he or she is interested in the brand, and then you retarget them, you give them offers, you give them abandoned cart mailers. So it's all a strategy when it comes to the overall marketing approach. When you are starting a campaign, first of all you need to align where the TG you are looking for is present. Are they present on Google? Are they present on Facebook?
Hmm.
Are they present on Instagram? Are they present on TikTok
Hmm.
internationally? Right, because most of the brands who enter the digital space, they at that particular moment cannot venture into all four, right? And if
That's
you
it.
just distribute
Hmm.
small budgets and try out all, then you're
That's it.
not going to reach anywhere.
आशीष नहीं, वो थोड़ा आई थिंक वो अलग आंसर यू गिविंग वो इट्स समथिंग लाइक टू स्टे अपडेटेड. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल हम लोग लाइक फीडली यूज करते हैं ना, कि न्यूज़ क्या आ रहा है इसमें लेटेस्ट एंड ऑल, तो
वो तो
उसके
बोल
ऊपर
दिया ना,
क्वेश्चन
नील
था.
पटेल बेनेत।
हाँ. और लाइक कोई तरह के एआई लाइक ए फैक्स है, ये सब है, तो उसमें लाइक आप कौन से मे बी चैनल्स ये सब देखते हो, उसमें क्यों एडवांसमेंट्स का है, नॉट लाइक स्ट्रैटेजी बेस्ड एनीथिंग.
देखता नहीं हूँ मैं, गूगल कर लेता हूँ।
अच्छा अच्छा, उसका है नहीं. ठीक है, नो इश्यूज. ठीक है, इसका आई थिंक नहीं लेते हैं ये थोड़ा सा फिर
नहीं, ये
उसमें
जो मैं पॉइंट
कंटेंट में.
बोल रहा था ना, वो काफी
हाँ.
इंपॉर्टेंट था ओवरऑल मार्केटिंग के इस पे।
अच्छा अच्छा. ठीक है, देन सॉरी, आई थिंक यू कैन टेक इट फ्रॉम द पार्ट देन. ओके, देन यू कैन टेक इट.
कहाँ था मैं? यस।
रिपीट ही कर दो. हाँ.
नहीं, I'll start from the point where I've just told about marketing. That's there now.
देन
When
आई
it
कट
comes
यू. हाँ, दैट पॉइंट से ठीक है, आई एडिट अकॉर्डिंगली.
specifically when it comes to paid performance for all the campaigns, and there's a lot of research involved. Even though the AI does give you what you want, but as a brand you should know where your audience is, because that is very important. Otherwise, what is your audience present on Facebook, present on Instagram, present on Google, present on TikTok internationally? Because what happens is most of the brands they cannot venture into all at a given point based on the crunch of the budgets. So, and what happens is many of these brands make the mistake of putting minor, smaller amounts into all four and see which one is working. And then that's gonna happen is that you're not gonna get any results from anywhere. Whereas if you just have your streamlined efforts with, of course, the support of AI today, with the support of AI, a newbie or someone who has just started a business who does not have any experience, any expertise of digital marketing, more into paid campaigns. There are advantage plus campaigns. So Nikhil, this is very strange. So this particular campaign, when digital marketing, when Meta ads, Facebook ads, in fact, not even Meta ads, had just started, when you use this campaign, people would think that you don't know how to run it. Okay, that this automated campaign in which everything is automated, people used to start it as a basic thing. You know what? He does not know it, but now that
Hmm.
opinion has vastly changed. These advantage plus campaigns, which are all automated, that is the go-to campaign to get maximum results. And I have seen this personally working with so many brands. Even the current brand I am working, dynamic ads, the automated ads, the advantage plus are giving the best results because everything you leave to the algorithm. An algorithm or Meta knows their customers the best, whom to target, what to show, right?
That's right. Great. So Ashish, today you see there are a lot of performance marketing agencies have come up. As a performance marketer in-house, also a lot of companies are hiring. So what would you feel like? So the thing is that it is in demand. Like people, there are a lot of positions out there. There is, and obviously that'll attract a lot of talent for that. But what do you feel in terms of what a person should have in them? Firstly, to get into performance marketing, and then also you can cover the skills that you have to enhance to be a better performance marketer.
Yes, Nikhil. So, when it comes to performance marketing, it's that crucial aspect of that business because it's gonna give you business, right? Be it in terms of leads, which converts to business, be it direct business, be it appointments, which again is gonna bring money to the table. That is this. This is the aspect of the business which gives money, right? So it's very crucial and it's kind of a high-paying segment as well because when it comes to social media etc it's more of a brand building activity etc, but when it comes to paid marketing, that is where the money is. So going forward, people are going to invest very much in paid performance because if you are going to see the CPMs are going to increase day on day. The click which you are getting at 5 rupees per click today for a
Mhm.
brand, it's only going to go increase to 7, 10, 12 in the coming years.
Mhm.
So the later
That's
you
right.
start performance marketing, the audience segment or the market share will be captured by the competitors who have started it first in the same industry. That is one point. So this aspect, especially after most of the businesses have gone digital, after the COVID phase, is only gonna be staying, and people are only going to keep investing more and more. When it comes to skills, you have to have a result-driven approach. Uh, you need to ensure that the results are there because someone is putting in money, right? This is that aspect where someone is putting in money to show the ads. So if the ads, if you don't know what kind of format is trending, which is the go-to format in the current industry, current days, whom do we target, how do the bids increase. So bids increase on the number of competitors targeting the same TG, right? So the bids are higher at the weekend. So if you have sustainable budgets or lesser budgets, it's advisable that you don't pump in budgets over the weekend, but if you are ready to go all out and maybe compromise on your ROS a bit, but later considering the lifetime value of the customer, you are only going to benefit from it, then you should pump up the budgets on the weekends. This is the general practice which I'm talking about. So all this logic driven approach is more of a skill which I would be looking in for someone to pursue performance marketing, that there has to be a logic behind everything, a reason behind everything. This involves a lot of testing, a lot of failures. Many campaigns will fail, but there has to be some learning, or there has to be some approach which was a logic driven approach, and then it's okay.
That's right. That's right. And anything within you, like a person that is more suitable in performance marketing, like when you are like pass out of college and you're in that stage, maybe your first job is only, as a campaign manager or something. So anything like qualities within you that are already there, which maybe you're more suitable in performance marketing.
Again, the same point, which is you have to have a logic, you should be open to testing, you should be ready to fail. That is very important. You cannot give up just because four of your five campaigns failed. You have to get up. Of course, you have to have a reason for the failure, learn from it, and then keep trying again and again, and be adaptable to changes. Because as I told you, the algorithm is not in our hand, it's in the hand of the industry players like Meta, Google. They feel they want to change it. Like SEO, there are so many changes happening. Ads, iOS 14.5 came up wherein you could not track those devices. So you just have to be ready for the ever changing environment and be acceptable to these changes. Have a logic driven approach, be ready to fail, and keep trying hard. And also, like, directly not jump into a live campaign. You should have enough trial and testing at the back end, shadowing someone who is actually learning and doing the campaigns in front of you so that you learn it real time, and then go and start with the major campaigns.
That's right. Now coming to your obviously your experience, obviously when we are working in a particular domain and it's been quite a few years, we learn a lot from different experiences we have, and obviously we should learn from them. Look at getting better with the digital age. There's like so many technologies that are being used, and you have to kind of even look out what your competitors are doing in a different sense in terms of in social media, or it could be with say even a particular campaign that they've been successful in. So to like youngsters who want to get into marketing, and with your experience, what would you say that your top learnings that you've had majorly, more maybe on a more human level, that they can also learn from and be better marketers?
So I have been into marketing for more than 5 plus years now, working with so many brands, and the only thing is that you need to test. The learning is that with testing only you will grow, and given that testing is such an important phase, there's no written rule that if this particular industry, this particular brand, this campaign succeeded, a similar brand and a similar industry will succeed. A campaign which works today might not work in the next weekend. It's all up to your bits, it's all up to your logic driven approach. You need to be ready to keep testing, you need to also be open to feedback, feedback from the customer. There are surveys etc which go around from Meta etc, because and then then you get, why are you seeing this ad, and then you get to know what is it actually, right? So overall my learnings are that you need to keep learning. That is one thing. You need to be up to date with the updates in the tool, the recent adaptations which are only going to increase with the advent of AI. How manual campaigns are now falling short, how in terms of content Instagram reels etc has taken up over from carousels etc. So just be ready for the overall dynamic changing environment, and keep learning, keep working as a team. And yes, that's it.
Awesome. So I think on that note, we can kind of wrap up this episode. So awesome. Thanks a lot, Ashish, for taking out your time and preparing some good points so that various
Yeah.
marketers in different stages in the career can learn from this. So anything you would like to want to share with this particular audience, basically for the marketing intelligence channel? The audience is more, I would say, marketers who are students and like up to say
who are
5 or 6.
starting with.
That is a major part of the audience. So anything you would like to share with them, or anything you are doing, you want them to go, you want to plug something, you are their follow or something. So anything you can talk about that.
Thanks, Nikhil, for this opportunity. It was great conversing with you and being a part of the marketing intelligence family now. Regarding the audience, as you mentioned, in terms of relativity, these marketers who are just to 1 2 years experience, who have learned the skills of marketing recently, and have been and have directly deep dived into the world where it's now all AI driven. so uh, so to these I'll just say that you need to be updated about the AI happenings. Keep trying, keep testing. Again, it might sound very repetitive, but what kind of campaign works for your brand, what kind of campaign does not, it is totally dependent and it is totally different. Be ready to uh, be ready to accept failure as well. And yeah, and digital marketing in today's world is one of the most being seeked areas, because everyone is going digital post this COVID phase, and things are only going to go higher,
Hmm.
and many more
Ashish,
tools.
one important point I remembered also, like, which maybe you can cover, is the um, what is happening now with obviously all these tools that you are using, and in terms of like a lot of you're online, you're on your laptop also. How do you kind of collaborate? Like, what is the importance of collaborating, brainstorming, and marketing, working with others as well? Because now it's more, you can see it's getting very siloed. What do you feel it should be? You should work with others. Is there an importance to that, and how should we go about that?
Yes, be it any marketing, it has to be a 360-degree approach. Like I just gave you an example that if your ads are good but your website is not up to the standard, the loading page is above the industry standard time. People are not going to wait and be there so that your landing page loads. They're just going to move
Hmm.
out, and any other competitor will capture them. Same comes to your offline marketing. You are
Hmm.
showing them ad, but you need to be there offline as well if you are a brand which is doing both, of course. uh, Similar with email, similar with retargeting. In today's world, it's all competitiveness, it's all that there are so many options available. No one is gonna go ahead and purchase just after seeing your ad once. Like, they need to be
Hmm.
hit on with retargeting, remarketing, etc. So what communication goes on, you need the brand builders, the branding team to be there, that this communication is what is there for the TG, and then the paid marketer, or the social marketer, in terms of organic and paid respectively, would put that communication into place, and then the message goes to the customer. So you need to keep collaborating with everybody and work as a team.
Okay. Awesome. Then we'll wrap up. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll
Thanks.
see you in
Bye.
one. Yeah. Take
Have a
care. See
great day.
you.
Bye. Take care.